My name is Stephen Brown, and I am the co-president of OFAD, and I'm here today to share some ideas with you for flower arranging. There's infinite possibilities for floral designs, and I've been studying floral arranging and making floral designs professionally for 45 years. So I've seen a lot and I've done a lot of different kinds of things. One of my favorite types of floral designs is what we call a garden club type of arrangement. And garden clubs are a huge group of individuals that study floral design, plant materials, how to work with them, and the elements and principles of design. I teach floral design for professionals here at City College, and I've also been an Ikebana enthusiast all my life. In fact, since I was about 7 years old, I've been studying Ikebana. So there's all types of flower arranging and many different possibilities. One of the things I wanted to talk about today is that we're also very concerned about our environment. And so sustainability is a huge topic in our industries and around the globe. And so one idea that I had was to talk about how you can make a floral design for display purposes or even for a competition with materials that you can find in just about any dumpster. And I am probably the biggest dumpster diver on the planet. And one of my favorite things is to find things in the trash or garbage that could be used for, or recycle stores or Goodwill stores that can be used for competitions or for arranging flowers. So my idea came from finding this widescreen TV packing material in my dumpster right here in my department at City College. It was actually much taller. You can see this goes a lot further up, but I trimmed off the top or the end so that I could use this perhaps in different ways, like for a roof on a Japanese building or a skyscraper tower in San Francisco, to emulate the look of that kind of a building or structure. It's so white, though, it's really overpowering. So something I did to soften this was I added some buttons from a collection of buttons that I happen to have. And these black buttons added to, there's little dimples here that tell me exactly where to put these buttons, so it sort of finishes them off and it doesn't look like a dimple. So I use glue dots on these buttons, and glue dots or cold glue are a great material that you want to keep in mind for use in the floral industry. You can get them at floral supply houses. There's a product called Oasis U Glue that comes in little strips, or in the office supply stores, you can get rolls of glue dots like this, which I really like because it's very easy to apply the glue to the surface that you want to apply it to, and then you can stick your material wherever you want it. So I have a nice pattern of these pretty inexpensive sort of crystal, black crystal buttons. And I also added some Middlino. So one of the things about this material is that it's styrofoam. You can work right into it if you want to. It's really easy to put a hole into with an ice pick or a knife, and you can cut it very easily with a saw. And then what I did was I added some Middlino, which is a wonderful natural material that's very bendable and pliable. It's black, so I'm not sure it shows up really well in the air, but against the styrofoam, it shows up a lot better. So what I did was I sharpened the end and then placed the middlino right into the styrofoam and wrapped it around, so I have a beautiful, rhythmic, almost musical pattern added to the white prop. So it really softens it and gives it some nice rhythm. Then in the back, I need to turn this around so I can just show you. In the back, I used glue dots and I added water tubes. These are the plastic water tubes that come from orchids when they're shipped as cut flowers. So I added several water tubes up the back of my skyscraper, if you will, and I added a larger water tube over here on this side because if it were 4th of July and my skyscraper had a fireworks display going on, I think this lion tail gives you the impression of a firework. This is Cyprus papyrus or lion tail. So that's coming right up the back. And I'm going to add one more glue dot. I can use my finger to move that glue dot from the roll to the styrofoam, and I think that's kind of cool. It looks like fireworks blasting up above the building, the skyscraper. So thinking of a theme like for 4th of July, that might work very well for an idea for a competition, for a show. These succulents are amazing. So this aeonium, I'll just peel off some of the petals that are not so hot on the back, and I can just set this right here in the tray. I actually don't have to put this in water. I don't have to glue it in. I don't have to do anything to it. I think I will try just putting a glue dot on the stem so I can set this in place and have it stay there. But that can stay out of water for a long time and it's going to hold up just fine. So just wedging that between the styrofoam and the tray works really well. And then I wanted to work with tropicals today. So I chose some anthurium, and these are a miniature anthurium. And I also wanted to work with some tropical tillandsia. And this is really amazing to add just as a sweeping line from the top. I'm actually just going to hang it right there. And then I'll make it flow with the middlino. And I feel like I've already got an arrangement. I'll use my squeezy bottle. If you don't have a squeezy bottle, that's almost a must-have if you're going to work with water tubes at all. I'll put water into my tubes. And then I've already done this, but I really wanted to share with you that Quick Dip or Stem Dip hydration solution is also a must-have, and it will really help your flowers take up water and hold up better. And I use it on everything. I use it on foliages, I use it on fresh flowers, I use it on anything that is live material that's going to be expected to last more than 5 minutes. But if it's especially effective on woody stemmed plants like hydrangea and things that you could never rely on holding up. Try Quick Dip because Quick Dip will cause them to take up water and your stems will last several days longer. In fact, in my experience, I find that sometimes flowers will last 2 to 3 weeks longer. And if you don't have Quick Dip, you can use alum. And either one of those products will really help the plant materials last much better. I'm just working with this Tillandsia a little bit to allow, so I can allow the anthurium to show. And then I'll cut the stem. It doesn't have to be cut underwater, but it is a good thing to do if you want. So the holes, these slots that are cut in the styrofoam are perfect to add a stem through and give a beautiful touch of color, a look at the tropics. And we'll just try to face this anthurium so it's going the direction we want it to go, and it really shows up well. And then we'll put one more up here at the top. And I've kind of broken the rules a little bit with the placement of these flowers, because ordinarily you would want the largest flower towards the bottom while you'd put your largest flower at the top. But I kind of reversed that, which is one way that we can break the rules. We'll get this last anthurium in. And I'm going to actually tuck it right into the slot, so it gives the appearance that it's trying to jump out the window or something. So this is a wonderful look and a design that you could do pretty easily if you find your widescreen TV packing material. And I wanted to also explain why I use cold glue and glue dots as opposed to using something like Oasis glue, or there's also Atlantic Clear Floral Adhesive. What I did was test beforehand on the styrofoam. And so what I found is that these glues will melt the styrofoam. So I couldn't be sure that they were actually going to stop melting the styrofoam. I couldn't be sure that I wouldn't end up with a hole all the way through. And I've had that happen before. So what I experimented with instead were the glue dots, and they work great on the styrofoam. So that's why I decided to stay away from these glues. Hot glue will also melt the styrofoam, and so I didn't want to chance melting my prop with those materials. So I hope you got a lot out of our video presentation, and I hope to see you. Be sure to check out OFAD.design and learn more about our organization of Floral Art Designers. And we started the organization, I was one of the founding co-presidents, to help improve communications between all aspects of floral designers, all types of flower arrangers, from professionals to ikebana enthusiasts, to people who just arrange flowers for their own enjoyment, and people who are professionals in the industry, or home arrangers, or garden club arrangers. So there's lots of different types of flower arrangements and lots of different types of floral designers. Thank you so much.